Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here inside King Arena on the campus of Wheaton College for tonight's presentation of Wheaton Thunder men's basketball here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. We want to thank you for joining us. My name is Abram Erickson here alongside Cassidy Thornburg, and we're getting here ready for this matchup between the Wheaton Thunder and the North Park Vikings. The Thunder coming in at 7-2, 2-0 in the CCIW. North Park sitting at 1-5 overall, and they've lost both of their conference games to begin this season. But the Thunder coming off a 5-game road trip, a pretty strenuous one at that, as they faced off against the University of Chicago, Ripon College, Illinois Wesleyan, Millikan, and Calvin during that 5-game stretch. They went 4-1. Their only loss coming against Ripon in a close one. It was a 68-66 loss in overtime. They played most recently just a couple days ago at Calvin, where they traveled and got a 9-point victory, 76-67. So the Thunder coming off a pretty good stretch, happy to be back here at home for this CCIW matchup, and really one of the last games here before the end of this calendar year. And so as we get ready to go in this one, Cassidy, we got a couple good things to talk about here in this game. Part of it is really just the way that this team has surprised, I think, a lot of people and how they've started off this season.
Right, including Coach Schauer. You know, you actually got the opportunity to talk to Coach Schauer during a women's game early on, before the Thunder even started conference. And he kind of looked at the season as, he said, cautiously optimistic. He liked what he was seeing from his players in practice, but, you know, he just didn't know how they were going to post up in conference. And so far, you know, to be 2-0 in CCIW, he's been excited to see that. He said that after the road games that he's been really pleased with the way that his team has performed. They've brought in 10 new freshmen, and he's excited to see how they're going to contribute, as well as Luke Anthony, who is back from Wheaton football. You know, the basketball team has been missing him as he's been out there on the field on the gridiron, and so now he's back to play. So I think he's another component that will also be a factor in how the team does this conference.
Certainly is Luke a valuable player in his first Thunder season last year. Got to play in the Calvin game just for about 2 minutes, so hasn't been back for much time. We'll see how Coach Schauer works him back into this one, but right now we'll send it down to the floor to our public address announcer for the playing of our national anthem as well as the player introductions. We'll be back in just a couple seconds here on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network.
Caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. At this time, let's meet the starters. First for the visiting Vikings, who play tonight with a record of 1-5 overall and 0-2 in the CCIW. Wearing number 0, a 6'1 junior from Austin, Texas, Toby Merrick. Number 1, a 6'6 junior from Arlington Heights, Illinois, Matt Zuba. Number 4, a 5'6 freshman from Kankakee, Illinois, Jaquan Binion. Number 20, a 5'11 junior from Chicago, Illinois, Isaiah Sanders. And number 21, a 6'5 freshman from Glenview, Illinois, Adam Bulwa. The Vikings are coached by Tom Slider, assisted by Marlon London and Michael Hutchinson. And now the starting lineups for your Wheaton College Thunder, entering play tonight 7-2 overall and 2-0 in the CCIW. Ring number 2, a 6'6 junior from Mechanicsburg, PA, Cade Alioth. Number 10, a 6'1 junior from Bartlett, Illinois, Colin Uvegas. Number 13, a 5'11 sophomore from Highlands, Colorado, Tyson Cruikshank. Number 20, a 6'1 junior from Orlando, Florida, Niamie Adom. And number 25, a 6'8 senior from Chicago, Illinois, Anajuwan Spencer. Wheaton is coached by Mike Schauer, assisted by JP, John Painter, Joel Smith, and Zach Kwong.
All right, so after getting to hear our starting lineups, they're heading out on the floor for the tip-off here. We see that across the line, the Thunder and the North Park Vikings seem pretty matched up. Both teams led out there by Anajuwan Spencer and Matt Zuba. They'll be the big men out on the floor. Zuba standing at 6'6", Spencer 6'8". Cade Alioth, of course, 6'6" as well. Adam Bulwa, who's also out there for the Vikings, stands at 6'5". And other than that, each team got a couple guards out there that hovering around the 6-foot mark. Tyson Cruikshank in at 5'11", Niamie Adom 6'1", and Colin Uvegas 6'1" as well. The tip is up and won pretty easily there by Spencer, so the Thunder will start this one with possession. It goes out to Cruikshank on the wing, up to Adom, and now it's rotated over to Spencer. Cut underneath the basket, and the first bucket of the night is in. Cade Alioth underneath with the easy layup.
Strong start for the Thunder coming off Alioth as well, who had a good night in the Thunder's last matchup. He had 15 rebounds, which was key to them getting the win on the road.
Now on the North Park side, it's over to Sanders. He rotates it in the corner to Merrick. And that three is good. That was Zuba, as Matt Zuba puts the first points on the board for North Park, giving them a 3-2 lead after one possession each. We're about a minute into this one. Cruikshank pulls a three-pointer. It rattles off the rim, but there's Alioth to tip it back out. Adom with a fresh shot clock gives it to Alioth in the short corner. Cut underneath by Uvegas, tries the acrobatic reverse layup. Can't get it to go, and there's Cruikshank called on the foul here with 19 minutes and a second to go in the first half. And Cruikshank, obviously such a tenacious player on defense, just trying to get his hand in there and take that rebound away from Zuba. Got called for that one. Sanders outside now, goes back up top to Merrick, and now rotates it over to Binion. Binion, who's guarded by Cruikshank, drives to his left, has to give it off to Merrick again. And now it's outside Sanders once more. 10 on the shot clock. Into the corner. Another three. That one's long. Long rebound comes out. Spencer and Zuba tie that one up. So North Park will keep it off the jump ball for the possession. They'll have 20 seconds on the shot clock and a chance to inbound from the baseline. So far we've seen Zuba, the only Viking player to attempt a shot. He's tried 2 threes, 1 for 1. It goes to him in the corner. Tries to get past Spencer, kicking out, and he traveled. Couldn't keep the pivot foot as he worked his way across the free throw line. First turnover of the night from both teams. It comes from the Vikings.
Yeah, and that's a good let up for the Thunder. Have the opportunity here to get some more points on the board as they trail by a point.
Cruikshank comes off the high screen from Alioth. Dribble handoff there. And there's a second foul called on Tyson Cruikshank, and just like that, we see Andrew Williams hop off the bench, and that is tough to see as Cruikshank is going to go to the bench with 2 fouls just about a minute and 37 seconds into this game.
Yeah, 2 fouls, not even 2 minutes into the game for Cruikshank. A good call there by Schauer to switch him out and, get somebody else on the court, but yeah, tough to see.
Certainly a no-brainer for Schauer. Can't have Cruikshank run up the foul count that much here this early. Out to Zuba again. And then a fadeaway jump shot from the corner. But Najwan Spencer is there to grab the rebound, and Adome will push it up court. Goes out to Vegas on the wing. Aliath is up top and has it poked away. It goes right back to Adome. Binion almost able to come away from the steal. Vegas outside with 15. Can't find Spencer on the curl cut. Adome gets inside, kicks it out, and there's a charge. And just like that, another foul called for the Thunder, this one on Adome. They've racked up 3 here in less than 3 minutes. You see, it was Bulwa who slid over to get the call.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier Cruikshank's tenacity, but as a whole, the Thunder really tenacious defense. They lead the conference in percent defense at almost 40%.
Sanders, a quick crossover move, pulls the short corner jumper and gets it to go. Adome will bring it up court, but North Park has the 3-point lead.
And early on, you already see that for the Vikings, Isaiah Sanders Jr. from Chicago, Illinois, one to look out for. He's on Adome tonight, and he's been playing radical defense as well as putting up some points on offense.
There's another foul. This time it goes against the Vikings, though, as Williams makes an impact coming in here, going in for the layup, and he's caught across the arm by Bulwa. He'll head to the line for 2 shots. He's the Thunder freshman leading scorer, averaging about 5 per game. He gets the first free throw to go there, and he's shooting 78% overall. In a couple of the first games of the year, he really surprised a lot of people coming out and being the freshman to get the most playing time, and offered a spark off the bench in some of those early games. With Cruikshank already down 2 fouls, we may see him more often tonight. He's already averaging 12.7 minutes per game. Pass into the corner. Another 3-point attempt, and another one good from Zuba. Adome will bring it up, and he'll hand off to Aliath. Back out to Adome. Spencer now gets it at the top of the key. Down low to Aliath. Backs him down with the left shoulder. Looks to go inside. Baby hook is up and good over Zuba.
Great play there by Aliath. Be able to get around him and get above him to the hoop.
Binion trying to get it up top to Merrick. Sends a pass down into the corner. Rotates it now to Zuba. Spencer supplying the defense from the outside. Binion. And then a foul called against North Park. Another moving screen. We'll get a chance if we get a good look at here. And Zuba there, you see him reach out with that left leg. He's trying to get a knee out there around the screen. A good call by the referee. Now we see another sub come in for the Thunder and make it 2 actually, as Gavin Hawkins checks in, and here's Luke Anthony. Ball comes up to Anthony as he gets his first touch. Now rotates it over to Hawkins. Outside Williams trying to find Adome around the curl cut. Hand off Williams, another one to Adome, and there's the foul called on Williams. Williams just kind of gave Sanders the shoulder there as he tried to run. Really wasn't even a screen that Williams set, just bumped him. So 4 fouls for the Thunder. And now North Park will bring it up.
Yeah, so far the Thunder have been averaging a foul per minute. You know, not just over 4 minutes in this game, already got 4 fouls.
There's a block by Aliath on the 3-point try. Brought down by the Thunder. Anthony almost loses his dribble. Rotates it over to Adome. Aliath down low. Trying to back down against Zuba. Same move as before, same result. Aliath gets another to go, and now North Park calls the timeout as the Thunder have clawed back early in this one and tied things up 8-8. So with just over 4 minutes gone in this game, we're back into a tie ball game. Some could say just the same place as where we started. And the Thunder went down early in the game against Calvin as well. They were down 7 points after just the first couple minutes. Were able to work their way back and get that 9-point lead. They've worked back even a little quicker than they did in that game here tonight, as they went on a 4-0 run there, holding North Park scoreless for a minute and a half. We'll see the same five back out on the floor for the Thunder. Adom, Hawkins, Anthony, Aliath, and Williams. For the Vikings, Sanders back out there along with Bulwa, Binion, Merrick, and Zuba. Sanders a handoff to Merrick. He's the leading scorer, averaging 11.5 per game for this Vikings team. Led them last year as well in his sophomore season, averaging about 12.5, but yet to score in this one, yet to even take a shot. Outside to Binion. Three-point try, no good off the rim, and a couple Thunder players fight over it, but ultimately tipped out by Bulwa, so the Thunder will get it back. Thunder not able to get a lot going so far in this one, apart from Cade Aliath. He's got 6 of the team's 8, scoring 3 layups underneath. Now he's in the same position. Gets it out to Anthony. Pump fake. Merrick doesn't bite, so it goes back down. Working off that left shoulder. Another try for Aliath, and he gets another to go. Zuba has no answer for Cade Aliath underneath.
And it's the same move 3 times. You know, it goes to the saying, ain't broke, don't fix it. Work once, work 3 times now.
Binion up top. He tries to get to the hole and blocked from behind by Williams off the backboard. Starts the break for the Thunder. Moves it down inside. Euro step layup. Can't go. No foul. Williams not able to go coast to coast.
What a sight that would have been had he gone coast to coast, but still a block from the freshman. That got the bench excited.
Good defense down low by the smaller Adom up against Bulwa. Forces him to miss the layup. And now Adom will bring it back and with a little slower pace for the Thunder. Outside to Hawkins. He'll try a three-pointer a couple feet behind the arc and get it to go.
That's just too easy. You see him just look up and like, yeah, I think I'll take it. Swish.
Gavin Hawkins with that release point. Standing at 6'7", almost unblockable from behind the arc. Bulwa underneath. Gets it back outside to Binion. Binion drives in with the left. Stops and gets Anthony up in the air, putting that one up and ending their 3-minute, 15-second scoreless streak. Aliath will dribble it up the court as Sanders decided to play Adom all the way up full court, so it's over to Williams. They're just going to feed Aliath again. Now, Adom pops the jump shot from the elbow, no good. It's just a little short. Rebound comes to North Park.
Yeah, and that was a good offensive move by Adom to get around the defender, but he just wasn't able to finish it.
Merrick on top to Zuba, another handoff. Merrick works inside, kicks it out to Bulwa. 15-foot jump shot, no good. High off the back of the rim. Aliath comes down with another rebound, his 3rd of the night. Now Anthony off the top of the key, pulls the jumper wide right. Almost able to tip it out of the hands of Sanders on his own rebound, but Sanders coming down with it, goes down to Bulwa. Hawkins there to supply the D. And Hawkins able to stand strong against Bulwa. Williams gets the rebound. The Thunder still on a 9-2 run now in these last 4 minutes.
Right, and no surprise the Thunder leading North Park in rebound 7-5. They've been working for him. You see, that's had to have been an emphasis in practice this week by Shower because they've been working for every ball following their shot.
Aliath, a rebound underneath. He's blocked by Zuba, but gets his own board, goes out back to Adom. Aliath bobbles it. Great pass underneath to Williams. And North Park forced to take another timeout. Look at the cut by Williams and the vision by Aliath to find him underneath. Pair that with the finish, and it's another bucket, giving the Thunder the 15-10 lead.
Wow, how about that? The freshman who comes into the game because Cruikshank had 2 early fouls, and he's already given a reason for Shower to continue giving him more playing time.
Yeah, and it is interesting here to see, Cassidy. We've seen this team throughout the year be pretty guard heavy, as Adom and Cruikshank are the 2 leading scorers at about 20 and 17 apiece. But tonight they've had to work through the post, as you said, Cruikshank been out, so much the heart and soul of this squad that they've been able to make it work without him out on the floor, although it's come in a little different way, and that's through the hands of Cade Aliath, as he's now got 8 points. He's 4 for 5 from the field, 5 rebounds, an assist, and a block. So he's stuffing the stat sheet to begin this one.
Right, and you mentioned it. I think it goes to a different identity of the Thunder when Ali is on the court without Cruikshank, and when Cruikshank's on the court as he is now without Alia. Because like you said, Alia's strong suit is not from around the arc. You saw him have the opportunity to take a 3, didn't take it because he's not as stronger from that point, but he'll drive into the paint, and like you see, he had 3 amazing shots that he got to go.
And we actually will take another timeout here. Coach Schauer opted to take a 30-second timeout. Looked like Williams had a little something going on. You see he's got a little tape on his finger there on the left hand. He had to go and get that dealt with by the trainer real quickly, and Cruikshank had stepped out on the floor to come back in, but that was only because Williams was getting some work done. So Coach Schauer calls the timeout, gives the trainer a little bit more time to deal with Williams there, and he's back out on the floor here for the Thunder. 11 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the first half. The Thunder committing 4 fouls early, 2 of which were by Cruikshank, but those came within the first 4 minutes. For the following 5, they haven't been in trouble. They've kept that foul total at 4. North Park has worked their way up to 2, so neither team drawing close to the bonus at this point. Binion will bring it up the floor as we get ready to start things back up. Goes over to Binion again, wants to find Boa up top, instead goes over to Wilmington. Jalen Wilmington, a freshman, 6'2", 165, coming from Naperville, who is now in the game. Pump fakes there, puts up another shot. It's short, maybe tipped by Anthony. Spencer with the rebound, gives it over to Williams.
Yeah, and you mentioned Wilmington too for the Vikings, actually a transfer from Fayetteville State.
Now,
so a freshman, but looked like he came over from Fayetteville.
Anthony works inside the paint, puts up the floater, bounces twice, 3 times, and then off the rim. Thought that one was going to drop, but Binion wants to start things quickly here for the Vikings. Now he'll work it over to the top of the key and see a couple down screens from each wing. It's over to Merrick. Back up to him at the top. Boa works against Spencer, goes in with the right hand, puts up the shot, and somehow gets it to go. Spencer's hand was right there. May have even had a piece of the ball, but Boa still able to finish from about 10 feet out.
Yeah, and I think he got it around Spencer's hand because Spencer just put up his hand, but somehow still got the shot to go, like you said.
Half spin there by Williams, gets it back out to Hawkins, who drains his second 3 of the night.
Wow, 2 for 2 for him. And both just such beautiful shots from around the arc.
Binion, there's a hedge on the screen there. We see a foul called. Looks like it will come against Williams. Maybe if we get a replay, get a chance to see that one, but Williams not happy. He was trying to stay behind, actually work around that screen by Boa, and maybe as he tried to work around, he was a little too physical. The referee caught him on it. Out to Sanders.
Yeah, but
guarded by
that'll
Vegas.
2 the Thunder's fouls up to 5.
Binion will now bring it back out. Couldn't get anything on the out-of-bounds play. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bulwa screen on the right side, and Williams goes down hard. Bulwa called for the foul.
Yeah, and we'll see it here again on the replay. You see from behind, Williams gets knocked, and down he goes.
And so Williams will check out now. He's replaced by Eli Considine. Considine, a player who's seen more minutes during that road trip, as Coach Schauer talked about him. He's a physically gifted player, standing at 6'4", 205, averaging about 2 minutes a game as of now, but we've seen him, those numbers increase. Spencer from the corner hits the Thunder's second straight three-pointer and puts them up by 9 with 9 minutes to go. Binion over to Sanders. Vegas tips the pass. It goes out to Zuba. Zuba's guarded by Spencer. He opened the game with 2 early threes, but haven't seen much from him since. Out top to Wilmington. Wilmington, hesitation, stutter step. Jumper, no good. Vegas will hand off to a dome, and you hear him calling something out to his team here, as the Thunder have not played the fast break much tonight. Now, Vegas makes a nice cut underneath, but can't get the layup to go. It'll go back over to the Vikings, and we'll see a substitution. Alan Nikolatek comes in for the Vikings. He's a 6'2" sophomore. Averaging a rebound per game, hasn't scored yet in the season.
Right, and you see Zuba too back on the court for the Vikings. He's leading them in points with a total of 6.
Good follow there on the missed layup by Sanders. Binion missed that one, and then Sanders able to get it to go. Consolina up top to a dome. Now Alioth goes back over to Vegas, who trying to find someone underneath. Instead goes over to a dome on the wing. Works his way inside, spins, and an offensive foul. Sanders drawing this one. They're going to get a dome with that forearm there as he drives in.
So another foul for the Thunder. That's 6 with 8 left in the first period.
I think more importantly, it's 2 on a dome. So Cruikshank and a dome both sidelined here with 2 fouls apiece. Leaves the Thunder down their 2 leading scorers.
Right, but actually not in this one. You know, Cade Alioth leading the Thunder in total points tonight with 8. He's been strong, as well as Hawkins, who had those back-to-back threes, so he's got 6 points on the night.
Pointer step back 3 off the rim. Sanders again underneath with the rebound. Zuba pump fakes, gets into the corner, but picks up his dribble. Pass inside is fumbled, and it'll get back over to the Thunder. Alioth picking that one up and slowing things down as he gets it back to Vegas.
Yeah, Thunder capitalizing on a mistake there by the Vikings, allowing them to get back on offense.
Spencer down low, guarded by Zuba. Goes baseline over his shoulder, can't get it to go, but there's Alioth for the rebound. Puts this one back up and gets it to go, and Alioth shows he's still on fire from underneath.
Yeah, taking his total on the night up to 10, still leading the Thunder, now with double digits.
23-14, Zuba the three-point try, rattles out, and Alioth is there for the rebound, his 7th of the night.
Man, he's on double-double watch. Look out. 10 points, 7 rebounds. It's not even.
Luke Anthony gets the and one to go. Wow, look at this one. Had some open space, swarmed by 3 defenders. He was hit hard by Zuba, but he gets the bucket to drop. He'll head to the line for a chance at the three-point play, and he puts the Thunder up by 11.
Wow, that slide following the 3-on-1, well worth it here as he takes the line.
Anthony, again, we haven't seen him much in this season. This only his 2nd game of the year, so his first free throw try of the year goes in as he drops that one through. 26-14. The Thunder now up by 12. Jaquan Binion brings it up. He's got Pointner out on the wing, guarded by Considine.
And that being Anthony's only free throw so far in this season, takes his percentage up all the way, 100%.
Alioth with the block on Bulwa, and now the Thunder want to run the floor. Vegas instead decides to bring it back out, going over to Considine, into Alioth. Up against Bulwa, and they call him on the travel, and I think Alioth, he's not happy. You see her talking to the referee, but it was on the gather as Alioth tried to gather that ball into both hands once he had beaten Bulwa on the baseline.
In doing so, surrounded by 3, too.
It's an 11-2 run currently for the Thunder. It's been 4 minutes now. Scoreless for the North Park Vikings over the last 2. Binion and Pointner trying to work the ball over. Now Merrick drives to the left hand. Step back long 2 and buries that one in the back of the net over Vegas. And so we see the Vikings leading scorer, Toby Merrick, getting on the score sheet for the first time tonight. Alioth comes up, gives the high screen, goes out to Anthony. Anthony tries the 3, and he gets it to go. Luke Anthony.
That is money. What a shot. A long 3 as well, a couple steps beyond.
5 minutes and 21 seconds to go. A 13-point lead for the Thunder. Sanders beats Spencer there off the dribble out to Bulwa, who's looked like his shot was tipped there by Spencer. Outside, Alioth, pump fake, works it back to Anthony. Second three-point try, and he's good.
Oh, show
Luke
me
Anthony.
the money, Jerry Maguire. What a shot.
North Park going to take another timeout. Coach Tom Slider can't be happy with what he's seeing. It's a 17-4 run by the Thunder in the last 3 minutes. Here's Anthony's first three from the outside.
And watch the reaction there, too, by Cade Alioth, throwing both hands up in the air.
And what you see there, second three-pointer. The thing is, Anthony was wide open on both shots, as I'm sure North Park didn't have much of a scout on him coming in, as only his second game. Of course, they knew him from last year, as Anthony played a pretty pivotal role in that Final Four team for the Thunder. That, again, he was a transfer, played his first season for the Thunder last year, but he's back now for season number 2, and looks like he's still got it, as he's got 9 points in this one on 3 shots, 2 for 3 from behind the line.
Yeah.
1 for 1 from the free throw line.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get some double digits tonight. Second in all scoring for the Thunder, just behind Cade Alioth, who again has 10 points on the night. Then for the Vikings, it's still Matt Zuba leading with 6 points.
And Zuba, once again, opened it up with 2 threes. He's 2 for 5. Has missed 3 in a row since he hit the first 2. He's on the bench to come out of this timeout. It'll be Binion, Sanders, Merrick, Bulwa, and Wilmington. Over to Merrick, who just got his first bucket. Back over to Binion. Guarded by Anthony, and now over to Wilmington once more. Looks like they want to get something going on underneath the basket as Bulwa screening for Binion. Goes into the corner, beats Anthony, dumps it down to Bulwa, and he gets that one to go. Good job by Bulwa to seal off Vegas there. Couldn't get his hand in front of the pass. Results in the easy layup for the big man.
Right, and the Vikings coming out of the timeout definitely picked up the pace of this one, bringing a lot of momentum in order to get under the hoop and get something going for them.
That ball tipped out of Anthony's hands. But the Thunder will retain possession as Alioth comes off the floor. A much-deserved rest. He's leading the team in minutes as well, playing the first 14. Out to Anthony. Sees some daylight, works inside, and he's hacked there by 2 players. Looked like Merrick and Wilmington.
Yeah, I got to check this out on the replay. You see he's trying to go up, but he's brought down. So he'll take the line again for his second time tonight. Found success the first time getting it to go. We'll see how he goes at the charity stripe another time around.
A little short off the front of the rim there. That's Merrick's first foul of the night, as swung down across the arms of Anthony. Couldn't get the first to go. We'll see if we can get something out of this trip to the stripe. And the second one rattles through. So Anthony now 2 for 3.
Yeah, not too bad,
tonight.
not too shabby.
Binion over to Merrick. Wilmington makes a cut, but he's passed over, and now Binion goes back to him. Works inside, he's hit, throws up the floater, but it's an air ball. Spencer easily coming down with it. Vegas goes outside to Anthony. He'll try another 3, and he gets it to go.
It's
Luke
good.
Anthony hits his 3rd straight 3 of the night. He's 3 for 4 from behind the arc. And just like that, he passes up Cade Alioth, and he's got 13 to lead this Thunder team.
Shoot, he's found himself in double digits on just his second game playing for the Thunder.
Outside to Bulwa. Works past Hawkins, puts up the layup, and it goes in off the board. Bulwa scoring there. His first bucket of the night from inside the paint. Now Vegas, the Thunder with a 16-point lead, gets over to Spencer. There's Williams underneath again, and he's fouled, but he misses the layup.
And what a great eye by Spencer here. You'll see it on the replay. Gets the pass and just finds Vi underneath the hoop, who then gets fouled and goes down, and now will take the line.
Yeah, and that's what makes Williams such a special player for this Thunder team. We've talked about him before as a spark plug, as a hustle guy off the bench, but he's more than that. He's a very smart player. As you see there, a great cut to get him underneath, making that backdoor cut from the weak side, flashing his hands for the ball on the block, and Spencer there to find him and get it into his hands. He makes the first free throw. Here's the second one on the way. Gets that to go, keeps his attempts from the line. Perfect tonight as he's 4 for 4. Down underneath. Ball's driven, kicks back out. There's Sanders. Sanders, jumper from the elbow, no good. Aliyah just grabs that one off the top of the rim. It's his 8th rebound of the night. He's back quickly into the game after a short rest there for just about a minute and a half. Vegas guarded outside by Binion. That's Darian Binion now underneath. Anthony goes down, foul's gonna go against Merrick.
So for the 3rd time tonight, Luke Anthony will take the line.
And now North Park has given the Thunder the chance to be in the bonus here. It's their 7th foul, and who would have thought after the first 4 minutes when the Thunder had 4 fouls and North Park had none that North Park would be the first team to 7, but they've been more physical here in the latter part of this first half. Anthony good on the first free throw. The second could put them up by 20, and it will. So 40-20 here. The Thunder are in the lead. 2 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Here we see an official timeout as Aliyah looks a little shaken up after the free throw. Ball will be brought down the floor by Ramirez, the freshman guard. Hands off to Binion and gets it back to Merrick. Now we're going to see them run a little weave action up top, and other than the 4 North Park players standing in the paint, it's just Ramirez up top. Merrick off the dribble, gets past Vegas, gets inside and rolls that one over the front of the rim. Under 2 minutes now, an 18-point lead. Vegas, and quickly met by Ramirez there. Called on the foul. Ramirez, first thing he does there, just reaches in with that right hand and catches Vegas across the midsection. Vegas will head to the line, and it's fouls like those you don't want to give up 45 feet away from the basket, especially when you're sending the Thunder to the line each time.
Yeah, he's 67% from the line. That'll increase it. Gets the first one.
The Thunder missing just 1 free throw on the night. They're 9 for 10. Anthony 4 for 5, so they're 90%. When you look at the 3-point percentage, they're 75, so 6 for 8 as that one bounces off the backboard and in. This is reminiscent of that Lake Forest game when the Thunder were on the other end. Lake Forest shooting lights out from behind the arc, and the Thunder didn't have an answer, especially in the first half. Merrick, a great cut, gets the finger roll to go. 2 buckets in a row for him. But the Thunder getting a taste of what it's like to be the team that's pouring it in from outside, as they're 75%, 6 for 8 on the 3 ball. Out to Anthony now with 1:26 to go. Aliyah takes it up top and goes outside to Vegas. Vegas all the way in, dumps it down to Williams. Power dribble, gathers and gets it back out to Vegas. Fading jumper, and he gets that one to go as time was about to expire on the shot clock.
Right, 5 seconds on the clock. Looks up, takes it, comes down.
Still a 20-point lead at 44-24. Pointer goes over to Ramirez. Tries to get inside past Anthony. Gets a layup off but can't get it to go. Outside to Pointer again. He'll try a 3. Second of the night doesn't go, as North Park continues in their shooting lows. They're 2 for 8 behind the line for just 25%. They're only 2 coming in their first 2 possessions from Zuba. Ramirez again giving Vegas a hard time outside. The Thunder will hold here now. 10 seconds to go. Merrick almost getting a hand in the passing lane against Anthony. 5 seconds now. Vegas losing it, and Pointer will take over. Shot clock turned off. Pointer works inside, dumps it over to Bola, who goes up. He travels, and there's the call from the referee. And so the Thunder will get it back, as North Park had a chance to hold on for the last shot of the half. They decided not to.
Right, and the Thunder did as well on the other side of the court. So 2 quick transitions there. Ball back in the hands of the Thunder with 15 left in the first period.
I expect them here to dribble this one out and hold for the final shot. Now down to 10 seconds. Ramirez has been giving U Vegas a hard time out here, but U Vegas will hold it. 5 seconds now. Out to Anthony. He's got the hot hand. Dribbles inside, puts up the layup, and it bounces off the rim. So Anthony's attempt to end the half will not go, but the Thunder will get into the locker room with a 20-point lead here over this North Park Vikings squad. 44-24 here in King Arena, and it looks like the Thunder are happy to be back from that road trip, happy to be playing back at home here in King Arena. We will take a couple minutes of a break here at halftime and be back for the second half, but a quick look at the stats show that Anthony leads the Thunder with 15 points. He's 3 for 4 from behind the three-point line, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Aliyev trailing not far behind with 10 points. He's 5 for 6, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, a steal, and 2 assists. For the Vikings, 3 players tied with 6 points for the lead. That's Polk, Merrick, and Zuba. And they make up a large portion of their 24. So looking to come back from half, see if this North Park team will make a run or if Wheaton will be able to pull away. We want to thank you for joining us on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Be inspired as you seek to make a difference in the lives of children as an elementary, middle, or high school teacher.
Be challenged by a strong academic program that prepares you for the leadership skills needed to lead a classroom.
Be equipped with the strategies and tools from experienced professors in a program that boasts a 100% passing rate for all licensure exams.
Be inspired to lead others to the Christian faith as professional English language teachers serving across the globe.
Be challenged as you dive deep into learning about other cultures while understanding how to create the bridge between English and the native language of your students.
Be equipped as you gain valuable skills and lessons from leading researchers and teachers in the field who have decades of experience and whose work spans 6 continents.
Be inspired by diving deep into the study of the Bible and understanding the theology behind our faith.
Be challenged with advanced study of biblical and theological knowledge.
Be equipped to expand your knowledge, build your academic skills, develop critical reflection, and serve for Christ in His kingdom.
Be inspired as you grow in your ministry and collaborate with other leaders like you.
Be challenged, stretch your thinking, and deepen your understanding of your mission.
Be equipped to raise your level of leadership as you raise up faithful followers of Christ.
Be inspired to serve a world filled with justice and suffering.
Be challenged with a rigorous academic program that trains you to analyze psychological theory and research from a faith-based worldview and apply it to serve the needs of individuals and families in need of healing.
Be equipped to integrate your Christian faith and practice with the best of contemporary scholarship and professional standards in the disciplines of clinical psychology, counseling, and marriage and family therapy.
One word I'd use to describe my Wheaton experience is purposeful. And I say purposeful because through people and experiences here, the Lord has been teaching me to reorient my desires and aspirations for work in His kingdom.
Flourishing. I chose the word flourishing because of the specific leadership and mentorship opportunities I've experienced at Wheaton and how they've allowed me not only to grow here, but given me the confidence to navigate life after Wheaton.
Winning. I chose the word winning because I feel like all my friends and professors have encouraged me to have a winning mindset.
Full. I chose the word full because my Wheaton College experience has been full of mentorship and friendship here, and I've been left with intergenerational friendship that I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life.
Transformative. The reason why I chose the word transformative is because of all the ways I've been influenced by my professors, my peers, and my friends at my time at Wheaton.
Rooted. The reason I chose the word rooted is because I am leaving Wheaton grounded in both my faith and calling.
Unexpected. The reason I chose this word is because I expected to be challenged by Wheaton's academics, but I wasn't expecting how I would be challenged and grown through Wheaton's athletics, student life, and student engagement.
Deep. I chose the word deep because of the deep relationships I've been able to build with friends and all the people I've been able to meet at Wheaton.
Holistic. I chose that word because Wheaton has taken my education and my vision for my life and it's expanded it and shaped it physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in every way.
Journey. The reason why I chose Journey is because of the many highs and lows that I've experienced here at Wheaton. These highs and lows are a taste of what life after Wheaton is going to be like, and this is why I love Wheaton.
And we are back here inside King Arena on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network just in time to inbound here at the second half. The Thunder will start here in half number 2 with a 20-point lead. It's 44-24. Thanks for staying with us on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. I'm Abram Erickson here with Cassidy Thornburg. And Cassidy, we saw a pretty good first half from the Thunder. Started out slow. North Park came out with the early lead, but since then they've poured it on with a bunch of three-pointers, as that one misses from Spencer, and good play from Luke Anthony in his really first showing of the year so far.
Right, you said it. Yeah, Luke Anthony's really stepped up, as well as Cade Aliath. The two of them have been going back and forth and leading this team in scoring as well as rebounds. Aliath's been swiping the board left and right tonight. You see him on the court again tonight. He averages 17 minutes usually per game. 27 minutes usually per game, and he's already at 17 going into the second period. And so we've seen a switch in minutes tonight. We see Tyson Cruikshank back on the court now for the Thunder, but he's only played 2 minutes tonight because he played the first 2 minutes and got 2 early fouls, so had to sub out, but now he's back on the floor where he usually averages 32.6 minutes, the second on the team.
Over to Merrick. He puts up the jump shot, and that one's hard off the back iron. Right out to Vegas, who's stripped immediately by Sanders. Sanders will go back out to Merrick, and North Park will get another shot here to get this lead down below 20. Outside from Binion, now over to Sanders. Sanders And there's a miscommunication between Merrick and Binion, so Sanders just throws that one away. The turnover gives it back to the Thunder with about a minute and 15 seconds gone in the half, still scoreless here in period number 2. Cruikshank over to Alioth. Finds Uvegas wide open on the cut, but Uvegas can't handle it. Adome, three-point try, and he gets that one to go. Adome with the 3. Now, pretty interesting to see. 2 leading scorers, Cruikshank and Adome, both were scoreless until a second ago. Adome putting in his first bucket of the night. Cruikshank still yet to get one, so the fact that the Thunder put up 44 points in the first half without their 2 leading scorers contributing at all, pretty impressive. North Park trying to get something to go on offense as a big block by Spencer.
Man.
Sends that one into the stands from Merrick.
Not today. What a great move. You see it here on the replay. Shut down there by Spencer.
Merrick will inbound underneath. There's only 6 seconds left on the shot clock, so they'll have to work quickly. Goes underneath to Binion there as he gets that one to go.
Yeah, on some second chance points there. You see one attempt doesn't go, but he keeps at it and gets the second shot attempt to go.
Spencer tries another 3 and gets that one to go, so he's 1 for 2 here in this second half from behind the arc.
Ayo.
Now it's
What
a
a shot.
50 to 26 lead, 24 points for the Thunder. Over to Sanders. Sanders skip pass over to the other side of the floor to Binion. Cruikshank poked it away, but didn't go after it again, so Binion able to work it into the corner. And a travel called there. And a travel on Bulwa. Now checking in as we see Polk step out. It's number 13 who comes into the game for North Park. Cruikshank working now. It's Michael Briggs. Adome. Shot is off, but it gets back out to him after Spencer grabs the long rebound. Uvegas underneath to Cruikshank, who had a step on Merrick, but Merrick reached in to tap that pass away. Now Adome works up to the elbow. Over to Cruikshank. 6 on the shot clock. Alioth high screen. Little hesitation. Cruikshank goes over to Uvegas, who's wide open for the 3. And he puts it in as time expires. Colin Uvegas.
And that's a hold your breath kind of a moment. Beautiful. Uvegas was totally ready for that. You saw him standing there beyond the arc. He got the pass, didn't hesitate, put it up as time was expiring.
Merrick up top goes over to Binion. Binion now to Bulwa. Bulwa gets a step on Spencer and then goes down. Looks like Spencer pushed him in the back there, called for the foul. There's Uvegas on the 3-pointer and didn't get a look at the clock on that replay, but it had expired. Clock said 0 as that one dropped through. Now Bull was at the line, missing the first free throw.
And one of the leading storylines in tonight's game may just be fouls. You know, we saw in the first period both teams working up their fouls fairly early. So here now in the second, Thunder already with 2.
And Bulwa gets that one to go. Cruikshank will bring it up the floor for the Thunder. Outside Uvegas. Uvegas down low to Spencer. Spencer is going to get fouled there as Spencer flashed to the short corner. Briggs was on his back. Looked like Briggs getting called there for maybe putting 2 hands on the back of Spencer. Thunder inbound from underneath, goes to Adome in the corner. Screen from Spencer. Adome rounds the corner. Scoop layup is good on the left side. Adome gets another bucket to go, gives him 5 points. Sanders outside, quick move, gets him past Anthony. Tipped by Cruikshank, but Binion will be able to recover it in the half court. Cruikshank tips it away again, and we see already how valuable Tyson Cruikshank is on the defensive end here, making things tough for Binion twice. Now Binion will check out, and in to replace him is Nicholas Ramirez. So Ramirez will have to deal with this defense from Cruikshank.
Yeah, absolutely. Cruikshank is very scrappy on defense. You saw him there poking the ball away. He doesn't back down from a matchup.
Forces a tough shot there by Ramirez that he misses. Now Anthony on the other end puts it up and in. Anthony Didn't look like he had looked up to realize he was under the basket until the last second. Put that one up over the front of the rim and again extended his point total up to 17.
Little last second awareness, but hey, it works for him. Yeah, to get the Thunder up 57-27 over the Vikings.
So it's now 30 points. Over to Merrick, who gets it down low to Bola. Bola backs down. Alioth pokes it out, comes out to Briggs. Briggs high off the glass, no good. Bola's underneath and fouled by Spencer. Cade Alioth had the nice block, but he had already been fouled by Spencer. You see that's where a foul will be called. So Bola will head to the line for the second time. Tonight he was 1 for 2 in his first trip. That's where he got his lone point of the contest. He's good on the front end of this one. Spencer checks out now with 3 fouls on the night, and so again, although he wasn't one of the players to get in foul trouble early, he was more of a steady time of gaining those 3, so he'll head to the bench. Gavin Hawkins comes in. Cruikshank beats Ramirez, gets inside the paint, kicks out to Alioth. Now Alioth will just dribble it up top, get it to Hawkins, who's being guarded 25 feet outside the basket. Not used to that, I'm sure. Now Hawkins wide open, 3-point try, and he buries the third.
What a shot, and he's 3 for 3 on the night from around the arc. Look at that. See here again on the replay. Gets the pass, puts it up, it comes down.
You see, it's not often that a late arriving defender can do much to affect the shot of a 3-point shooter, but especially when that shooter's releasing the ball from up 7.5 feet like Gavin Hawkins does. 6'7", those long arms, that high release point makes it really tough. And that's why a lot of shots for him are more open than you'd see for other players, as the 3 that he's made have not been contested at all. So Hawkins now gets his total up to 9 points, and he's poised to head into double digits, be the third Thunder player to do that, excuse me. Currently Alioth sits at 10. Anthony's got 17. Cruikshank and Adome out on the floor with 2 fouls apiece. Spencer has 3, and he's sitting on the bench. Andrew Williams has picked up 2 throughout the first half as well, so he will start the second half on the bench. Also, it's a 13-3 run in just the last 3 minutes for this Thunder team. Sanders, crossover, pull up from the outside, and he's fouled. We'll see if the referee said he was behind the arc or if his foot was on the line. Looked like he was well inside, so it should only be 2 shots. And it looks like actually the referee is going to award him 3 shots there, so that's not what we saw in the replay, but their call will stand. He makes the first. We'll see what he can do with the second and then the extra. Here's the second, and now Sanders will try one final. He's only 5 for 6 on the year, hasn't had much chance to get to the line, and that one is short, and I think you could tell it there. Sanders tried to play that one off the front of the rim. You, of course, cannot leave that free throw line when you're the shooter until after the ball has touched the rim. He went for that one almost as soon as it was out of his hands. And now there's another foul. This one 94 feet from the basket as Ramirez fouls Cruikshank underneath North Park's own basket as they're getting ready to set up this press. Looks like North Park trying to do something to get a spark going here as Cruikshank now fouled for the second time in a row by Ramirez. That's Ramirez's 3rd foul, and it doesn't look like coach is making a move to send someone in from the bench, so he will stay out. Let's see if he comes in with the same amount of intensity that he did on the previous 2. Now it just looks like once the Thunder get it in, North Park will clear out. But Ramirez up top continues to reach. There's Merrick getting the steal. Works back against Cruikshank, and Cruikshank wise to just give him the layup at this point with a 25-point lead rather than pick up another foul. Alioth dribbles it up and hands off to Adome. Now Adome beats Sanders, gets inside the paint up to the free throw line. And now we'll pull it out and try to get something going from outside. Cruikshank, good cut underneath. Puts that reverse layup up, but it won't go. Ramirez gets the rebound. Spin move gets him past Cruikshank, but he loses the ball. It's tapped out to Sanders. 3-point shot is tipped. And the Thunder will once again get a defensive stop.
Yeah, and that was a good defensive attempt by Anthony, who now doesn't get the three to go. But again, a good defensive attempt by him on the other end of the court. It was subtle, so maybe you missed it, but he just poked out the ball, allowing the Thunder to now bring it back on offense.
Kate Alioth checks out as Anajuan Spencer comes back into the game. So it's Spencer, Adome, Anthony, Hawkins, and Cruikshank on the floor. Drop step move with the left hand is no good. Too hard off the glass for Anajuan Spencer. Ramirez comes up again, guarded by Cruikshank. Goes over to Merrick, and now Binion is checked back in. Outside Briggs. Briggs gets the screen and puts up the jump shot, and he puts that one in from just a couple feet inside the three-point line. Adome will bring it up. Doesn't look like North Park wants to continue that press that they had started. Now Cruikshank, a wide open three. Long as Briggs comes down with the rebound. Binion driving up the floor. It's 2-on-2. Stop and pop from the elbow is no good. Hawkins gets it over to Cruikshank, and you see Coach Schauer motioning to his team, just putting his hands up as if to say slow down. Certainly with a 25-point lead, things are in their favor at this point, and there's Anajuan Spencer called on the travel, and that's a call you don't love to see, as Spencer wide open underneath, just travels on the gather there.
Yeah, and we've seen, unfortunately, a couple of those tonight, one on Cade as well. And yeah, just in those moments when they're receiving and looking to do something with it.
Merrick will bring it up the floor. He's got 8 points, which now puts him in the lead for this North Park squad. He is the leading scorer, averaging about 11 per game. Briggs goes back over to Merrick. Binion comes off a screen and catches it at the top of the key. Over to Bola. Bola, crossover inside the lane. Alioth meets him up top, but he's called for the foul. And so Bola will head to the line.
Right, and we've seen this before. You know, I feel like it's a repeat of history here. And every time it seems to be a lose-lose situation for Bola. Here he is at the line. But a lose-lose situation, what I mean is that he turns, and there's Spencer and Cade Alioth, two really tall guys defending. So the only way that he can win in that situation is to draw the foul, which he's successfully done both times.
Yeah, Bull was a player that we've seen a little bit more of a spark from here in this second half, as he's now in his third trip to the line. Misses that one. He's 4 for 6 overall from the stripe. But this North Park team, they tried to put that press on for just a couple possessions there to get the energy up, but looks like they've taken it off now, and things looking a little lethargic from them. Outside, Anthony, wide open three, rattles out as that one looked like it was going to drop.
That was a good look for him. Now with the behind the back pass to Alioth.
Alioth heads to the lane, puts up the layup, no good. Rebounded by Bola. Anthony right there to bring it down. Anthony, a great save here right in front of our scorers table. Now Pointer. His three is good as it rattled around the rim a couple of times but dropped, and just like that, North Park has a 10-0 run.
Yeah,
60-39.
30 now, just behind about 20 points to the Thunder. They've been closing the lead.
Adome looking to find someone outside. Vegas has it up top. Can't hand off to Adome. There's only 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Adome now, after he works past Binion, gets the easy layup as there was no one there on the help defense. Coach Schauer calls a timeout here, and I don't think he's happy with how the team has played in these last couple of minutes, and I think he's correct in thinking that, as it just looks like the intensity is down from the Thunder. North Park tried to bring it up with the press and try to raise their own level of intensity, try to work back and make some progress here against the Thunder team, and they've done that. They're on a 10-2 run currently, while the Thunder have kind of sat back and allowed them to do so, as the Thunder have been so dominant in this one thus far, but really not looking like the same team just in these last couple minutes. I'm sure that's what Coach Schauer is wanting to talk about here and talk to them about in the timeout.
Yeah, the momentum has definitely shifted to the Vikings in this one with a 10-0 run from them, you know, and the Thunder just looking a little bit more dead on your feet, like you said, not putting up as much defense, allowing the Vikings to poke through as they have been, they've been fighting too in order to get those rebounds against, it's really been Binion too, who's just been poking at Cruikshank and getting the ball back for the Vikings.
He will be the one to bring it up now. Binion guarded by a dome. Outside to Pointer. Pointer rotates it up top to Merrick, and now we see ball movement from North Park, trying to get something going around the arc. Merrick takes one dribble, but Vegas is there. Step back, long two, foot on the line, no good. Polk Jr. knocks that one out. Now Vegas brings it up with 10.5 to go. Bounce pass over to a dome, who will wait on the wing. Gets it inside to Anthony. Anthony goes right up against Polk Jr. and draws the foul, although he can't get the bucket to drop.
Right, you see it here again on the replay as he goes up to the basket. It doesn't go, but he does draw the foul. So he'll take the line again tonight.
Anthony short on that one, but he'll have another try here. That puts him at 4 for 6 from behind the arc. And he hits that one, so 5 for 7.
Yeah, 5 for 7 on his first free throw attempts of the season. You know, this just being his second game with the Thunder, only having a couple of minutes in the Thunder's earlier road game this week. So good show for him from the charity stripe, 5 for 7 on tonight and the season.
Simon Jacobson checking in for North Park now. Pointer goes up and gets that one to bounce off the rim and then the backboard. Now a steal on the other end for Merrick. Finds Binion, who pulls up the short jump shot off the front of the rim, and Spencer's there. But once again, there's a careless mistake by the Thunder, just giving it right back to North Park. Anthony tries the three, and no good. He's not had the same luck here in the second half as he had in the first,
yeah,
at least from behind the arc.
Good look for him, though. Just rolls off the rim.
Outside to Merrick, and now back up top. Rotated all the way over to the opposite wing to Binion. Binion drives into the free throw line. Vegas tips it away, and then a dome. Able to make the steal. Binion then called for the foul as he was trying to pursue a dome to the sideline. We see two new subs come in. A dome and Anthony check out while Cruikshank and Williams come back in the game. Andrew Williams, a player we saw for 10 minutes in the first half, is making his first entrance here in half number 2. He's got 2 fouls, but he also has 6 points, 4 for 4 from behind the line with a layup. Williams, ball fake, gets it into the corner to Spencer. Spencer backing down against Jacobson, almost loses it, goes down to the floor, but gets it back out to Alioth. Now Cruikshank, back now to Williams. 8 on the shot clock. Alioth works off that right shoulder, can't get it to go. That's the move that helped him against Zuba early in the first half 3 times in a row. Couldn't get that one to drop, though. We're down below 10 minutes in the game as clock ticks to about 8:55. Jacobson over to Sanders. And now Pointer. Pointer drives to the baseline with the left hand, puts it up, and it rims out, but he draws the foul. And this is a good drive from Pointer.
Yeah, you see it there again on the replay. Doesn't get the basket to go. You can even see him in the background reacting to it, but he'll take the line. So for Pointer on the night, his first time to the charity stripe, he gets the first one to come down, so 1 for 1. He'll have another.
And Williams picks up his 3rd foul of the night, so it's Williams and Spencer, the 2 Thunder players, in the most amount of foul trouble now, as other than those 2, Cruikshank and Adome both have 2 apiece, and then Alioth and Anthony each have 1. Second free throw, no good from Pointer. Outside to Spencer, on the wing, guarded by Jacobson, up top to Alioth. Cruikshank gets a screen, works to the free throw line, pulls up the jump shot, and gets that one to go as Cruikshank smooth.
Hey, and his first points of the night for Cruikshank, one of the lead scorers for the Thunder, which says something about the team, honestly, that they've been able to put so many points up through guys like Cade Alioth and Williams coming off the bench.
Now we see another foul down on the North Park side. We'll see who this one comes up against ultimately. Looks like it's Anajuan Spencer. That'll be his 4th, so you'd assume that one will send him to the bench for an extended period of time. Now, he's going to head with 6 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block to the bench. Gavin Hawkins will check in. He's got 9 points on the night on 3 straight threes. Jacobson can't get the free throw to go. The Thunder have already worked North Park into the bonus as they've committed 7 fouls. So from here on out, we'll see free throws. Hawkins up top over to Uvegas. And there's the foul. Referee here on the near side had a good look at that one as Sanders just put his arm into the back of Cruikshank. That's the 6th foul for North Park, so they're just 1 away from shooting for the Thunder. Looks like it'll be Uvegas to inbound here. Uvegas just goes into Cruikshank, who with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go will try to set something up. 15 on the shot clock. A dome. Quick dribble inside with the spin and no good. Polk Jr. had met him at the rim and prevented that shot from going in. Pointer, 3-point try, way long as that misses everything. Hawkins, though, the last to touch it before it goes out of bounds. Toby Merrick will check back in. He's going to replace Pointer. Pointer has 6 points on the night, although he is 1 for 4 from the 3-point line.
And Binion also checking back into the game. He's got 2 points on the night, 3 assists, and a rebound for the Vikings.
Merrick works inside past Uvegas, puts the layup up, and it's no good. As he reached under, look at this move going up and under on the right side. Merrick will be at the line here. He's 67% from behind the arc through the year.
Well, too, and watching that replay back, he just slides beyond having the ability to make that basket.
He misses the first free throw. He'll have a second one coming. Looks like Luke Anthony going to check back in. He'll replace Colin Uvegas.
Luke Anthony at 18 points on the night, leading the team in scoring. He's been 5 for 11 field goal attempts.
And that second free throw is good. The Thunder now just leading by 22. Their largest of the night was 31. You see North Park make a 14-5 run to get them where they are now. Cruikshank, pass inside to Alioth, who's wide open and gets the layup to go. Cade Alioth scoring for his first time here in the second half after a really good first half from him.
Oh, yeah, and Cade Alioth with a double-double on the night. 12 points there and 10 rebounds. He's been in 29 minutes as well, beyond his average of 27.
Binion drives inside, blocked from behind by Hawkins, and a travel underneath. Looks like Polk Jr. had gone down. Excuse me, that's Binion, and while he was on the floor, a referee called the travel.
Right, Binion down, and with the travel, you know, we've seen a couple of those calls tonight, Abram. Not something you expect to see in college basketball, but on both sides of the court, we've had probably 3 or 4 traveling calls.
Hawkins up top, and Adome has it now. Gets inside, kicks out to Cruikshank. His 3-point try is good, and there's the Tyson Cruikshank we're used to seeing as he puts in his first 3 of the night on 3 chances. He's a 40% shooter from behind the arc throughout the season. He's been the most consistent from behind the 3-point line for the Thunder team, and he gets his first one to go. We'll see if that leads to more throughout this one. Binion will drop back out and work against Anthony Merrick. Up top, met by Hawkins, and he has to turn around, get it inside to Bowa, who's
what a
blocked.
defense by Cade Alioth there. We've got to see that again.
Shot clock violation ultimately called.
And here it is, Cade Alioth with the swipe away. Beautiful block by him. He's got 4 blocks on the night and leading the Thunder in blocks, as well as second in points and first in rebounds with 10.
Down into Alioth, guarded by Briggs. Works his way up to the elbow, hands off to Adome. Adome now gets it inside to Alioth down low, who's pushed out and can't get the layup to go. Now Adome on the wing. Jab step, but looks for Cruikshank up top. Cruikshank gets the screen from Alioth. Finds a sliver of space and puts up the layup, but it's no good. Now it's 2-on-1. Anthony gets it over, and a monster jam by Boa.
Wow. What a block. Excuse me, what a dunk. First of the night, and it comes off the Vikings. Boa, a freshman from Glenview, Illinois.
And Anthony was caught out to dry there as it was a 1-on-2. He opted to get out of the way of that one. Anthony trying to answer here with a 3, and he does.
Ooh, and that's from the parking lot. Man, long 3 for Anthony comes down. We haven't been seeing him finding as much success in the second period as the first, but he gets that to go.
There's a kicked ball violation by Tyson Cruikshank. And we see Williams check back in along with Brandon Orange. So Hawkins and Adome will check out with under 5 minutes to go, as we're at 4:46. Merrick will inbound from the sideline and go into Binion.
Brandon Orange, the sophomore from Elmhurst, Illinois, his first time in the game tonight.
Merrick up top, outside to Briggs. Briggs guarded by Alioth, gets in the paint, puts up a floater, no good. But Alioth called for the foul. Alioth will pick up his third, and looks like they're going to get him for just having that left arm riding on Briggs throughout the drive. Briggs gets the free throw to go.
That's his first attempt of the night, so he's 1 for 1 from the line. And fouls continuing to be a leading storyline in this game. Thunder have 9 to the Vikings 6. You see Spencer not in the game. He's got 4 personal on the night.
And now we see Binion picking up Cruikshank full court here, giving him some trouble. But Cruikshank able to get to the other side pretty easily. Orange guarded by Boa. Back up top to Alioth. Flare screen to Anthony, works his way into the short corner. Now Alioth down on the block. Backs down against Briggs, turns the other way, tries a drop step, but Binion tries to save it, gets it right back inside. Orange goes up, and a block called underneath. No shot. Look at this turn of events as Binion saves it right inside to Alioth, and there's Merrick trying to draw the charge. His foot was on the line, though. You see the arc underneath the basket. Not able to take a charge in that zone, and so he's called for the blocking foul. Orange at the line now for the Thunder. And it's no good, up high off the rim. 73-47. Thunder in the lead by 26 with 4 minutes to go.
Not a bad way to kick off their first conference game at home.
Now one high off the glass. Good rebound by Alioth. Gets it outside to Cruikshank. Williams rotates it over. Now to Cruikshank. Cruikshank going against Binion. Up top, Williams. 3 minutes to go here now inside King Arena. Williams gets it into Orange on the block. Goes against Boa. Working in off his right shoulder. Spin back to the left and puts it up. Brandon Orange gets that one to go.
And he'll add to his stat line for the first time tonight. See it here on the replay as he gets around the Vikings to put it up and get it to go.
Now on the other side, Pointer gets it over to Merrick. And there's the three-point bucket. Good for the Vikings. They eclipse the 50-point mark. Here now as Cruikshank goes over to Orange again. Down low to Alioth, who goes up and gets it to go, and one. Kate Alioth.
Here it is on the replay. He gets it under the basket, goes up, left-hand attempt, draws the foul as well. So he'll go to the line for another time tonight. Again, he's got 14 points on the night, and this will be his first time to the charity stripe.
We see a couple substitutions for the Thunder as now Alioth is at the line. Brandon Orange is in as Christian St. Germain at number 12 checks in. Williams is in as well. And then we see a new face out on the floor for the Thunder. It's number 11 Stone Sinek. Freshman as well.
And you see too Kate Alioth, the junior from Pennsylvania has been rewarded with minutes tonight.
Now we see Eli Considine, who we just saw briefly in the first half, check back in. So now it's 4 freshmen out on the floor with the lone sophomore, Orange. North Park rotates it up. Now Ramirez has it. Ramirez trying to work past Williams. Hop step inside, blocked by Williams. St. Germain has to fight for it underneath. He gets it up to Williams. Now Williams goes over to Orange. 2:30 left. Considine rotates it around. Orange has it up top. Thunder look like they're going to be pretty conservative in these last couple minutes, allowing the shot clock to run down now to 8 seconds. Considine gets into the corner. St. Germain, 3-point attempt, and he gets it to go. Christian St. Germain.
Hey, not a bad way to step into the game. St. Germain, a sophomore from Apopka, Florida.
And he's able to get that one to go. It's just his second made shot of the year. He made a 3 earlier in the season, so he's got 2 to his name now as Andrew Williams will check out of the game. We see Eddie Scott come in. Scott, another freshman for the Thunder, who's gotten his fair share of minutes here early in the season. Hasn't seen much time, but there's a face that we've seen before out here. He's going to serve as the point guard.
Yeah, with the Thunder taking their lead back up to almost 30 points over the Vikings. Good opportunity for Showers to get to look at some of his freshmen. You know, there's 10 on the roster that he added with some for the season.
Brandon Orange backing down and putting a fadeaway jumper, no good. Jacobson gets the rebound, dribbles it up, and then loses it. It comes all the way out to Ramirez, so a lucky bounce there from them as Ramirez now tries to work inside against Scott. Ball comes into the corner with 1:15, and there's a pass into the middle of nowhere as Pointer looked like to be the intended target, but it was well off. A turnover gives the ball back to the Thunder with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. 81-50. Now the score is the Thunder are back up by more than 30 points. St. Germain out on the wing. Up top to Sinek. He tries the 3, and there's the second 3 from this freshman crew as he hits the 3-pointer with just a minute to go. 84-50 now, the Thunder up.
Yeah, you know, the number on the back of his jersey could act as field goal post, the 1-and-1, because it's good.
Now Jacobson kicks it back out to Ramirez. Works past Scott, but gets it down to Bola. That one's taken away by Orange. Just a half-second differential between the game shot clock and the shot clock, and they're actually going to turn it off now as the Thunder will hold on to the ball here. Looks like they won't take their final shot in this, what will be a 34-point victory. 84-50, the Thunder moving to 3-0 here in conference. 8-2 overall. A good showing from the Thunder as they keep rolling here. 4 wins in a row for this team. Back at home after the road trip, the Thunder get the victory.
And some final statistics on the night. Cade Alioth, man, he had a game. 33 total minutes for him, like we were talking about. Really been rewarded with minutes as he averages 27. So Coach Showers giving him the opportunity to put up some points. 15, 12 rebounds, double-double. Then we had behind him Luke Anthony leading the points with 21. We've got Coach Shower on the floor joining Abram Erickson. We're going to throw it down now to the court.
Coach Shower has coached your team back at home after a 5-game road trip, which, if you look at the miles you traveled in that time, a pretty strenuous trip, I'd say, but you come out of that 4-1, get back home here on the home floor at King Arena. How does it feel to get another win in the CCIW to keep rolling?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good to go into Christmas break at 3-0. You know, we'll be by ourselves in first place. You know, at least a half a game ahead of what happens tomorrow in Rock Island. But you know, really pleased with the road trip we came off of. And to be honest, if Jay's not sick against Ripon, we might beat them. And that's too simplistic to say and unfair to Ripon. But obviously, he's a pretty important part of what we do. You know, the biggest thing tonight, you realize why I've been optimistic. We basically added an all-conference caliber guard to 2 other all-conference caliber guards in Tyson and Namier. we're going to become a really difficult team to guard. But I've been so pleased with the response that Colin Uvegas, Andrew Williams, guys like that. You know, Luke's going to tap into some of their minutes, and they just don't really care. They just want to win. They continue to play hard. You know, this is a pretty unique team, and I don't know how good we are relative to anybody else, but I really like my team. This team plays so hard. It's a lot of fun to coach them.
And Coach, certainly an uncharacteristic game in terms of the way Yamie and Tyson were able to get in that limited capacity after the early fouls, but players like Luke Anthony stepped up. Cade Alioth having another big night for you. How is it as a coach to be able to have a game where your two leading scorers are not out there, but you're still able to get things done?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't score in the first half, right? So, you know, Cade, I told him when he came off the floor, Cade is becoming a true star in his lane. You know, he's a great defensive player. He's a great rebounder. You have to guard him because he goes to the rim all the time. He's a really high IQ player. It's hard to describe how good he's been for us, really from day one, and he just always stays in his lane. He's not trying to do too much. And then really, you know, it's remarkable, and I told him this during practice, it shocks me how quickly Luke Anthony acclimates back to basketball. He just so quickly picks stuff up. I don't know if that's the quarterback in him, you know, knowing all the plays or how, but he just so quickly picks stuff up. And I said it last year, it helps that we do so much stuff that's similar to what they did in high school at Wheaton North. So there's not a lot of change. It's kind of what he's comfortable with. And I mean, pretty special effort in that first half to carry us offensively in a situation when our two leading scorers are sitting next to me.
Well, his shot is certainly still there, it seems, so congrats on the win, Coach. We'll see you later in action after Christmas break, but you'll be playing in the holiday tournament here before the year ends. So thanks for sticking with us, and congrats. You too. So the Thunder capping off tonight with an 84-50 victory here inside King Arena, as you heard, back at home after the road trip, and this is their third victory in the CCIW. We'll see them next here on December 30th, here for the holiday tournament. On the 30th and the 31st, they will play host here to three other teams during that time, so we will catch them back in action here on the 30th on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. For everyone here at Sunrise Communications and WTSN, for Cassidy Thornburg, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Abram Erickson. Have a great night.